This podcast is brought to you by our beautiful and, let's be honest, sexy anime addicts. The community out there. If you want to join the ranks of such anime addicts, you can go to our website, AAAPodcast.com/join, or Patreon. It's honestly a great time to join because we have hentai episodes, and everybody loves the hentai episodes. And also, how hobby addicts. We just talked about Caroline's trip to the Grand Canyon. Pancake and I talked about the Alien film franchise. So if you want to check out that kind of content, you can get it at Patreon or AAAPodcast.com/join. And now, let's get the podcast started.
Get ready! You're about to listen to the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. Make your anime addiction worse at AAAPodcast.com. And now, here are your anime addicts.
Welcome into the podcast, episode 776 of the Anime Addicts Anonymous Podcast. I am your host, Mitsugi, and I am just because I love you. And for no other reason, I'm drinking my second monster of the day. Oh, yes, it's a peach monster.
I'm offended.
Well,
where the fuck's my second monster of the day?
If you'll drink a flavor that isn't orange, it's behind you in the Sonic the Hedgehog refrigerator. So go back there and get it.
I'm not going to betray orange.
Oh, well then it's your own fucking fault, isn't it?
As you can hear, Pancake is here, along with the wonderful, the sexy, the beautiful Andrew. Hello, Andrew. How are you?
Hello. I've got my smoothie and I'm feeling groovy. How's everybody doing today? Yeah. And you see, Caroline, maybe you would have had a easier time or a harder time. I'm not going to spoil for the episode, Hobby Addicts. Go at doing the Grand Canyon thing if you had yourself a nice smoothie. What do you think?
You know what? You might be right. I did have some liquid IVs at the time. It was my first time getting into them. Think I should not have liquid IV on consecutive days because I think I would have contributed to my tummy problems that I mentioned.
You were very hydrated.
Hobby Addicts. I don't know. I think people say not to have too many liquid IVs at once, but unfortunately, I think I did.
I don't know. I don't really know what that is. Anyway, so thank you for tuning into the podcast. If you want to watch us live, it's twitch.tv/AAAPodcast. We're also on YouTube, so come check us out on YouTube. Chitin is trying very hard to build the YouTube channel, so we would appreciate it if everybody listening goes to our YouTube page and subscribes. Oh, and I guess click the notification bell so that you know when... That's what they say, right? So you know.
Click the notification bell so you know when our hot asses are live and posting a new video.
Subscribe.
That's right. Of course, you can also follow us on Twitter. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. And, of course, the Discord, AAADiscord.com. Don't disappoint me. I'll be very sad if you don't. We also have a Family Feud voting that we're doing. So I have no... How the hell do I get people to this Family Feud page, though? I have no idea. There's no link. There's no nothing. So very puzzled by this, but we are doing a Family Feud game by popular demand. Coming back, the Discord, as soon as I see about 3 people say the same thing, we tend to do it. So the Discord loved the Family Feud game we did against the Discord a while ago. It was the hosts versus the listeners. If you go to, I'll put it up on the website. How about that? If you go to the website, AAAPodcast.com, there will be a banner in the middle of the page. It'll take you to the voting. It's the typical thing. You fill out the questions, and then the survey results of 100 people are the ones that determine the answers of the game. So if you want to play the game and participate, go to the website and click the link. It'll just take you a minute, and you'll be helping out the podcast. And
also making Raggedy Daddy
that's right.
so happy.
And maybe your answer will be the one that's on the board. You never know. You'll be like, that was me. All right, so what are we doing on the podcast today? It's Make It a Meal, baby, and supersize that shit as the podcast presents hypothetical anime fast food franchise collaborations to tantalize your taste buds. I said we're going to Culver's after the podcast today. Culver's is really delicious, and I like it a lot. Do you have Culver's in Canada?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Oh.
Oh, wow. They don't have it in lower state New York either.
If they do, I haven't seen it around here.
Culver's is a burger chain that is like one of those, we make everything right there on the spot, so you have to wait in your car, and then they bring it out, and they have like cheese curds and
They have cheese curds, and it is so good.
It's
and
a little...
then they have special custard every day, and it's a special flavor. And if you get a kid's meal, you get to have a little scoop with it for free. It's great.
I got ice cream last night. It was a Thai tea flavored ice cream. Very good.
All right. And we're also going to do impressions.
Today, we're going to be doing impressions.
Impression time, believe it!
MoonRise, Takamine-san, otherwise known as, what the hell is the actual title of this?
Please put them on.
Please
or
put my
something.
please put my panties on, Takamine-san. Gundam GQuuuuuX.
I think
the
it's
dinner-
GQ.
I like-
Quacks.
Can we just call it?
Oh, okay, Frenchie.
Can we just? Oh shit! Oh my
They say it on
god!
the show.
I know they did.
What a show!
I did.
She called you. She called you Frenchie. That did sound a little French. Can you say that again?
Please say it again.
On l'appelle GQuuuuuuX. Excusez-moi.
I think it's GQ.
The Dinner Table Detective, To Be Hero X, and an anime I fucking forgot to watch, The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. We never
Mitsuki?
watched it.
Mitsuki, you don't have to.
Oh,
You really don't have to.
I meant
It's
to watch it.
everything-
What? Spoilers.
Spoilers. But you don't have to.
We'll get to it. It's okay. It's okay
Oh
that
my
you didn't
God.
watch it.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
don't worry. It was a last minute change.
Oh my god. I feel bad though. I forgot. You guys watched it and suffered through it, and I didn't see it. You know
Well,
what? You know
I'll
what?
put
I
I'll
suffered
put it
through
this
one
way.
episode.
I
I
didn't really
I
suffer
watched
that
at least two. I
Okay.
watched at least two. It is a last minute replacement on the schedule due to the anime that was picked previously not being available anywhere.
And which one was
not
that?
even on the high seas.
Yeah, which one?
Miru.
Jeez.
So, which was supposed to be like this crazy timeline multiversal project apparently. That looked really cool. I don't even remember that I picked it, but apparently I did pick it. So
Well,
yeah,
not being able to
but
find it is a problem. That
it
sucks.
exists, but it's hard to find even on the high seas.
That sucks to be them. All right, time for big news of the week.
おー、大ニュースです。It's time for big news of the week.
Something died today. The hopes and dreams of all of the solo leveling fans.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Andrew's crying. It's okay. Wipe those tears. Wipe those tears. According to Alex Lay, I don't know how to say this guy's name. I hope that's right. He has said that he's an English voice actor for Sung Jin-woo, the main character. Season 3 won't be coming out anytime soon. So, Season 1 was released January 7th, 2024. Season 2 was released January 5th, 2025, which is, if you're doing the math, almost exactly 1 year apart. And they say that 1 year difference was due to A1 Pictures doing a film for the same property. And, however, we should not expect to see any solo leveling in 2026 at all, which means that you are waiting approximately, I'm just going to guess, probably 2 whole years before you get another season.
Unless it gets dropped.
Unless what gets dropped?
Unless they just say, fuck it, we're not making it anymore.
Well,
Don't even try. Don't even go there. Don't even go there.
no,
Pancake.
they're gonna make more. I'll put it. It's probably gonna be something like what was that? Is it wrong to pick up Girls in the Dungeon, where they made like 1 or 2 seasons early on? It disappeared for like 5 years, and they're on like season 7 now. I don't know, season 5, 6, 7. So it's probably gonna be something like we won't see Solo Leveling for like 2 years. All the fandom will basically die off, but then they'll release seasons 3, 4, 5 like one after the other.
Did they answer the question? Is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon or not?
Oh, I was like, I only watched 1 season.
I watched
and
0
I'm assuming
seasons.
the answer is no. I'm assuming because from what I can tell, they're on season 5, and there are only more girls on the posters now. So
That's failed your test
Okay.
hard.
All right, let's move
no,
on.
it's not an isekai.
I think it'll
Oh.
be okay. They're just getting back to a normal anime release and schedule, which is a couple years in between seasons sometimes.
All right, let's move
It'll
on.
be okay.
I have a question for Pancake. That was loud, sorry. Did you or did you not read the news article I entered into the show? Oh, shit. Wow, it did it a second time. I didn't click it.
That's what it does in the show.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
You didn't. Guilty as charged. I will do it for you. The
I can
biggest-
see it from
Yeah, but
here.
you're just gonna
I'll
read
read
it.
the headline,
Okay, read the headline.
and I'll let you take over.
Okay.
This is how this tag team works.
Just read the headline.
World's biggest adult manga piracy site operators forced to reveal identification in major legal setbacks.
It's actually identities. Maybe that's the same thing.
It did say identities.
No, you didn't. You said identification.
It's an identification.
Oh, okay.
So the legal battle continues between N Hentai and PCR Distributing, which is the sister company of JAST, which is hilarious because that is basically J-List, which
Yeah.
sponsored this
Oh,
podcast
yeah!
for like 7 years. Yep. Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Wait, so this is the continuation of that story we did like 6 months ago.
Yep.
Where we discovered it was J-List. That
Yep.
was one of the companies
It's-
that owned this. Oh shucks, yeah.
Oh, the T.
It's still J-List, and I still find it funny. So, N Hentai has been fighting for their life because they are being taken to court for copyright infringement and would probably bankrupt them and put them in prison forever because I'm sure they have like 1 trillion claims. N Hentai claims it received permission to display these manga and doujinshi on their site because apparently some time ago PCR Distributing had reached out to them and had said that, well, you can do this if you agree to put our advertising on your websites so that it's almost like they're being compensated for the usage, right? Which kind of does make sense. I mean, that's a way of compensating for using the works. And N Hentai also claims that you cannot copyright translations. However, the judge did not agree with these things. All arguments were dismissed, not necessarily because they were with or without merit, but because, as reinforced by the judge, motions to dismiss are not the place to be presenting evidence. So at this point in the trial, they're not even that far yet. They're not even at the point of presenting evidence. But the judge also gave N Hentai a big-ass backhand. There's got to be a hentai pun somewhere here. They gave him a big futanari. Right now.
No.
A big back shot.
A big spanking.
Is that like a Houdini?
What, a back shot?
I'm not sure
know
what
what a Houdini is.
I'm not sure what a back shot is.
You don't know.
You don't know what
Don't you? Did you?
What happened? Are you actually?
You're only gone for a month. What
Yeah.
happened?
Like, are you okay?
What? Is that when
I'm
you just
sorry,
like
this is
bust a
okay.
nut on their back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Houdini's where you spit. Houdini's where you spit on her back, and she thinks you're done. Then she turns around and you get her in the face. That's a Houdini.
Oh.
See, I'm still me. Oh, baby.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
Don't
fair
ever do
enough.
that.
Caroline, I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you. You withstood that very well. What is wrong with? Maybe we should be asking if
Know
this is
what to say
Caroline.
sometimes.
Caroline.
I
Caroline
just
said
go
nothing.
into a trance and I'm like, I'm waiting for this skit to be done.
Look.
whatever
I
it is.
didn't even start it. It was Andrew. He said back shot. It's his fault. Okay.
You are the one that put the porn news.
It's relevant. Okay.
You
So,
just like it for the T because you know J-List.
It's not really. So anyway, N Hentai. The judge said not only are you an idiot, but we're gonna give you a back shot, and you must reveal the identities of the operators of the website. And it was revealed to be a company called X Separator LLC. So, I don't know. They didn't want their identities to be revealed because, it's not good to be, Anyway. But one final note is that Hentai is a massive website for traffic for this kind of stuff. They get 80 million visits a month. That's
insane.
Giant.
That is a lot of jerking off.
That's a lot. Yes, it is. Yep.
So much. God.
That's indeed. So anyway, that's all I had for that. I'm sure they're going to be, it's going to get updated throughout the course of the trial. It's obviously going to take like 2 more years probably, which is, just how the legal system works, but we will have to see what happens. But moving on, any news from either of the other two beautiful folks in the chat?
Nothing all that interesting.
I don't think there's anything crazy out there, but I'm going to be honest, I did not look because I am silly.
Well, it wasn't a very strong week for news.
It was pretty barren.
So, anyway, I gotta see. I'm out of practice here. I gotta update the thing off of the YouTube. There we go. All right, as promised, we will do a fun segment here.
Ooh.
All right, it's time for AAA Confessionals. As I promised on the Discord, we will do this segment where I read your anime confessions and determine whether or not you will go to anime hell. I'd like the three of you to help.
Are you doing this because the Pope died?
The Pope didn't die. He's right here.
Oh, okay.
Pinch my nipples and make them strong, Lord. Here I am. So,
Yeah.
Is
the
this
first
your
submit.
official bid for the Catholic Pope seat?
It's not a conclave, so he can't do that.
I don't know.
Conclave.
You mean the real Pope, Francis?
I thought you were the real Pope.
I thought you were the real Pope, but okay.
Oh, well, Pope Francis and I, we go way back. Okay.
You do?
Yes. He is in fact a man who helped me register the original Church of Mitsugi in the township of Orlando, Florida, back in 2009. Okay, where I did count them two weddings. What?
Francis? He's been Pope for ages, no?
No, he's been
No.
Pope for like 12 years.
Anyway, we're gonna run out of audio here on the song. The first submission is from Stanley Gucci. Stanley Gucci. Bless. I'm not gonna read this in the Pope voice the whole time. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 5,479 days since my last confession. I confess that I have had intrusive compulsions to watch Idolmaster Season 2 in the fall. I am not a fan of the game, nor an Idol fan in general, nor have I ever even seen Season 1. I only want to watch this show as a patron of the exceptional doujinshi created of one of the new characters from this season. In other words, he wants to see naked anime girls. Oh, merciful Father, I place my trust and hope of absolution in you. This is all I can remember. I am sorry for these and all my kawaii sins. What do you guys think? Is there hope for this soul? Or shall we condemn Stanley Gucci to hell?
You know, I
It's only
feel
been-
like with temptation, there is yet to be sin. Everybody gets tempted.
Wow.
It matters is if you act on those temptations.
Yeah, but he read the doujinshi, and now he wants to go watch the Idolmasters. So he already done the deed, now he just wants to be a creeper.
Let's just be honest. 15 years since the last confession is obviously a lie, and that's a sin you should be crucified for. Watching idol shows because you saw a doujinshi, that's also sinful. Just read more of the doujinshi. Find more of the doujinshi. Why watch Idolmaster? There's no point in it. I don't know anything about Idolmaster. What's the point? Just watch more doujinshi. Read it. Read more doujinshi.
Yeah, just read the doujinshi. Don't get in my face with this kind of confession. And the fact that you didn't just say 15 years is abhorrent. So,
I only have one piece
to
of
the
advice.
pit.
Caroline says no. I don't think it's juicy enough to go to the pit. I just don't think this is that bad.
So you think he needs to do what?
I think that as
lashings?
long as he's not masturbating to AI porn, his sperm will be born with souls, and that is enough, Lord. For if it's AI porn, they will be unensouled. There will be no soul. But this is doujinshi. So a human did it, in fact. It was human
So
art.
it is art, I guess.
That's right. Second one is from Kate.
So
3 doujinshi readings, followed by 2 slight lashings, and to avoid the pits of
That's right.
the church.
And you don't want to go.
and
That's right.
15 Hail Mitsugis.
Oh, wow. I didn't know we were doing those, but I will take it. Cade writes, I have completely gamified anime watching for myself. When I started watching anime, I downloaded my Annie list. That's your first problem. To keep track of what I've seen. What started out as harmless record keeping has evolved into watching things just for the sake of it. I will never drop a show, no matter how bad, just so it can get added to the completed section. It doesn't impact my experience with good shows or anything, just adds a sort of gotta catch 'em all feeling to things. Thanks AAA for my weekly fix. What do you guys think?
I believe that this is just another Hail Mitsugi's kind of situation. I don't think that is a sin necessarily.
In fact, that's pretty elite, I gotta say.
Elite?
Yeah, it's
Don't-
like
Wow.
professional anime watching.
Don't praise this.
Wow.
If they are not doing it professionally, they are just basically harming themselves, and that is improper in the eyes of the church.
I think it's more like
I don't think
becoming more
so.
knowledgeable.
I feel
Wow.
like they are doing as we prescribe to make their anime addiction worse. And this is
Well,
just merely a symptom of the disease.
Well, then they are
Part of the addiction.
too young. They are young, and they will grow out of this obsession. And
For all we know,
Clearly.
he is a 55-year-old man.
Could be.
I'm sorry. If you're 55 and you are setting your ways, you are not watching everything.
You want to know what's crazy? I am about exactly as close to 55 as I was when I started this podcast. Wrap your fucking head around that shit.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I
Anyway,
know what you're saying.
I-
Basically, he is as old. He is equally distant from being 55
Oh.
to when the podcast started. Because the way you made it sound said like
You haven't aged.
No, okay. So my take on this is that I shed a tear for Cade because this is exactly the shit I've been doing for the podcast since the beginning. Watching it and watching every anime, no matter what it was, whether I hated it or not, whether it was Aquatrope of White Sand or My Happy Wedding or Tonikaku Kawaii, it suffered through all of it. So I shed a tear for you. I can't cast one of my own into the pit. I absolve you. And now we have Whale Licking Tiger, the final submission. Hello, AAA podcasts. I'd like to get something off my chest. I've spent countless nights relieving myself to elves and humans from the Kudo Inu hentai. Whenever my hormones kick in and I feel like I need to indulge in some hentai, Kudo Inu always is at the top of my list. Also, I love you, Mason.
I feel like I've learned more than I needed to.
Okay. Well.
At least you're not having nocturnal emissions,
Andrew-
I suppose.
Andrew looks like he has something to say. Make it good.
Was this you?
Let's hear it.
Excuse me? What is this statement? I do not relieve myself to elves and humans from Korea. I don't even
They're
know
going in
what
the
Korea
pit.
is.
They're going in the pit. I'm pulling the lever.
Obviously.
So
This is Sparta.
he cannot be saved then?
No.
The soul is already gone.
Not if he's going after the same hentai over and over.
There you go. I've seen Kudo Inu, and it's quite good.
And I will say that Mason would be
It's a good hentai.
Mason would be disappointed in you, whale licking tiger.
It's more of they're more ogres in Kudo Inu than there are elves and humans. It's a lot of ogres, and and especially when there's lots of them, they can be quite gentlemanly. So we'll say.
Yeah. I agree. Mason would be disappointed for not being able to control your feelings and emotions. How dare you?
All right.
So,
Or
how
your
can
penis.
people submit?
Yes.
more
So if you like this segment,
Confessionals?
you can go to AAAPodcast.com/mailbag and submit and go. You click the little indicator for the Anime Addicts Confessional, and make it good, okay? Because I don't read the ones that aren't good. I got a whole bunch of them that are real lukewarm, and I want them to be juicy.
Tell me you fucked your body pillow.
Yeah. Wow. Yes.
Maybe
yes.
for the hentai version of this, maybe. I don't know if I want to know that. We already know what that means.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Pancake. How about
Always here to help.
How about those, like, you know what, never mind. We'll save her for the hentai episode. I can't do that to poor Caroline. It's just not right.
Thank you.
It's just not right. Make it a meal and supersize that shit. A concept that I believe was a Pancake special. Is that correct?
That is correct. I
Oh, okay. Oh, that's very nice.
love a LTO, and I thought we should all make our own LTOs based off of McDonald's limited time offer.
Oh.
That's why you have those seasonal things, or like McDonald's likes to do from time to time, partnering with an anime or a franchise and making a little meal, kind of like the Jujutsu Kaisen one we had last year, was it?
That was fun, and it was only because a woman at the store took pity on me and pulled the flavor of the dipping sauces out of her car.
Wow.
She went to her car and got them for me. Was I able to even have those? Because in Denver, you can't get anything that you want. Because there's just too many people. All right, so we've got quite a lot of submissions here, and not a tremendous amount of time. So I'm just gonna launch into mine, and we'll just run down the list here. I think we can get them all in. All right, my first one is Fire Force Spicy Taco Bell Chalupa Box featuring Super Pyrokinetic Sauce. I think we should indicate whether or not we would buy this. What do you think? When we're done.
Yeah, okay.
So the box itself features the Fire Force anime art on the outside, and the box unfolds. You can, like it's all like, how they do pizza boxes. They kind of fold in and make a shape. It unfolds into a rectangle shape that can be framed for collectors. Spicy sauce anime-themed packets will be included, and the taste is a mixture of something like Big Mac sauce and fire sauce with a hint of jalapeno. You can collect all of the Fire Force character motifs, which are branded into the side of the chalupas. So your chalupa, whatever the hell that's made out of, will have a brand of one of the characters from Fire Force. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah,
I like your spicy packets. I think it goes well with the Fire Force.
Yeah.
I
I wouldn't buy this because this is not my kind of
hater
meal, but
Oh.
I like the idea. I think the marketing's good.
Well, Caroline would buy it.
Well, I'm glad that
I
Caroline
think
would buy
I would
it.
try it. I'm not huge on spice, but maybe I would consider it.
I want to hear if the Twitch would eat it. So, McRib is around all year in the UK. Well, I guess it's not special then. That's sad. Andrew, would you eat this?
Sorry, I just did something weird in the document, but I fixed it. No, but I'm a very picky eater. I don't. I don't care. I don't eat Taco Bell because
because it sucks.
Like Mexican food already does a number on my body. Taco Bell with
Explosive
even
diarrhea.
Number.
Taco Bell's fucking terrible.
Probably very much more.
I can't eat Taco Bell.
And then also, I've only seen like one episode of Fire Force, so I don't even care that much for the characters. I wouldn't collect these.
My next one is, and this is my favorite one, the Dragon Ball Super supersized menu options during McDonald's Monopoly event.
Oh, I love this.
So it features the normal Monopoly type of board concept, but instead of the normal Monopoly properties, it's groups of Dragon Ball characters and places. For example, the railroads would be key settings of Dragon Ball, namely Earth, Namek, the Otherworld, and Planet of the Kais. Boardwalk and Park Place would be Goku and Vegeta. And the green territories, for example, would be groupings of characters such as Frieza, Cooler, and King Cold. Food items will have Dragon Ball themed art on the cups, so you can collect all 12 cup designs of Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Trunks, Vegeta, Krillin, Roshi, Cell, Boo, Frieza, and the androids. This will feed people's already highly addictive nature when it comes to the Monopoly game, and makes you feel like you're getting a reward with a new cup even when you lose in the Monopoly. That is my suggestion.
That would be dangerous for us. We would find reasons to go do this.
I think we would probably spend near like $100 on this.
Yeah, I think that is definitely one we would do.
It's cute that you think you'd only spend $100.
I know, right?
Well, maybe it would be more, but who's counting? Would you guys eat this?
Yes.
I mean, I don't really do the whole McDonald's Monopoly thing because I rarely ever go to McDonald's.
Oh.
And I'm not really big into Dragon Ball, so probably not.
Oh, I'm gonna eat my hat,
I mean,
Caroline.
I do the McDonald's Monopoly thing, and I enjoy Dragon Ball for nostalgia reasons. I would totally love an anime-themed McDonald's Monopoly, and yeah, it's cute that you think you'd only spend $100 on this.
Yeah, we would spend so much money because Monopoly lasts for like what, a month?
Yeah, something like that.
And a month and a half.
Yeah,
It's like a month and a half.
So
Yeah,
6
yeah.
weeks.
I don't mind McDonald's once in a while. Like their quarter pounder is not horrible. I'll eat it. It's nowhere near as good as Culver's.
I think we would spend close to $250.
$250. Wow.
You have 12 cup designs.
Yeah.
Are these like glass cups? Are these like glass cups? Like
they
did
used
their
to
Hello
do?
Kitty collaboration? Or is this like... Because no one's keeping the paper cups, let's be honest.
I don't know. They probably would be plastic. I don't know about glass. Like that's...
Oh, no. McDonald's does glass cups. When they
Yeah,
do?
they used to
Oh,
do.
shit.
Yeah, they
Well,
used to
then
do.
then fuck it. They're glass then, I guess. Fill your whole
These
kitchen
are-
cabinet full of them.
They used to
These
do
are going
that.
to be at least $10 each, too, by the way. These are like
Oh,
$10
okay.
each glasses. They're
Well-
actually surprisingly cheaper than you would think, honestly, because I think they produce so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't have it here with me, but I have like the Hello Kitty one. It's about that big. It's a pretty solid glass as well.
I think this is a decent idea actually for McDonald's. Like they should. Dragon Ball's big. Like they
should
make
do
money
it
off of it.
in Japan for their Monopoly.
Do they do Monopoly in Japan?
I don't know,
I've
but
never
they
seen
should, and they should do it Dragon Ball. Like that would be so cool.
Go ahead.
I don't think they're allowed to because of the
Gambling.
in Japan.
Oh God, gambling. Japan is so insane about that kind of shit. All right, let me get to my last one so we can move on to the rest because we got a lot of these. Rooster Fighter KFC Chicken Mega Sandwich or Tender's Marathon Family Bucket. So the Rooster Fighter, it's some anime that's not out yet, but it will be. It's a manga. The rooster, his opponents might be 10 stories tall, but so will your pile of food with the triple-decker chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich battle sandwich box. Or the endless marathon chicken tender family bucket. The only battle bigger than this sandwich will be the heartburn. And you will have your whole family battling to find out what image from the anime is at the bottom of the bucket, with anime designs on the sides of the container as well.
Why wasn't this the double down?
Double down. Bacon, chicken, cheese. Yeah, that's right. Let's see some dancing. Yeah. What do you guys think? KFC sucks, but how's the idea?
I think it's a good idea.
KFC.
Would you battle to the bottom of the bucket?
I'd battle to turn the bucket over and then steal the bucket.
Did
See
you
what's
ever
at the end and then still eat all the chicken?
So did you ever try the sandwiches that were where the outside of it is just chicken tenders or chicken thighs or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
I'm not. No, I wasn't that crazy about. To be honest, it seemed like too much. I just like some good old 8 herbs and spices. Is it 8 herbs and spices or 12
11.
herbs and spices?
11. Holy hell!
11.
Yeah, which side note?
Caroline
I
coming
love
in
that
hot
they
with the
made that whole
11.
thing about it.
I just see a lot of their commercials. I actually rarely get KFC, but I do love chicken. So
It is pretty good.
On a side note, Caroline, you might, if you haven't seen it, you should watch the untold story of Colonel Sanders, which is like, I don't know what it's called, but they basically, KFC made a drama with like Mario Lopez that's like a half-hour long
Really?
mini movie. They made like a KFC movie that is so ridiculous. I think you would enjoy. You'd find it funny because It's like a KFC Lifetime movie, basically, but it's only like a half hour long.
Yeah,
so
I'll put that on my list.
I actually hate KFC, and it's so funny because I'm from Kentucky, and nobody in Kentucky likes KFC. We all like Lee's famous recipe.
I like Popeyes. Popeyes is fucking good.
But
I'm a Popeyes guy.
Now
All
I
right.
kind of want KFC though. I'm not gonna
Well,
lie.
it may just be
feel that.
it might be literally at your fingertips.
so
All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna keep going. We'll get to all these.
I put two fun ones
so,
down.
so first of all, which one of my three was the best?
The Dragon Ball Super one.
Yeah, I would say that one.
Okay. Pancake, you're up.
So I have two little options. I have Sonic Drive-In, and Sonic teams up with Hunter to present a fun line of blasts based off of our beloved characters. We have the Hisoka Blast, which would feature M&M pieces in his signature colors, red, yellow, and blue, and pretzel bits blended into ice cream topped with whipped cream and more M&Ms. The Gone Freezies
Oh, stop it! Stop it! No,
Blast.
no.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god.
A peanut butter based blast
Oh my God!
with Reese's
Wow.
Pieces and Reese's peanut butter cups blended in, topped with whipped cream and green gone sprinkles.
I would eat the shit out of that. That's exactly what I like. Is the peanut butter base with the fucking piece. It's the whipped cream that does it.
Yep.
Oh, I love whipped cream.
And it would have little gone green sprinkles on the
I
top.
don't know about the green sprinkles.
Like, it would be green and they would just have like the little spiky hair, you know, kind of. It'd
Yeah,
be cute.
I feel like
keep
the
going.
colors would clash, but I see where you're going with this.
Well, you wouldn't see it because Sonic uses a styrofoam cup. So you would only see the top, really. And then you eat it with a spoon.
Okay.
Styrofoam, great for the environment.
But
These
I
are
couldn't...
for other people. A blast, which I've just realized is like a Dairy Queen Blizzard
Yes.
Exactly. Except probably better.
or
and-
a
and half the price.
McDonald's
McFlurry.
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 Yeah, but they're
For those who need
better
a frame of reference.
because
Yeah,
they're
just for
they're
people who
made
need a
with
frame of reference.
they're made with real ice cream is the kicker.
All right, there's more here. Keep reading.
And then the last one we would have would be the Killua Choco Robo Blast because Killua loves the little chocolate robots. And this would be a chocolate-based blast filled with cheesecake pieces and chocolate brownie pieces topped off with whipped cream and more mini chocolate brownie pieces.
Wow. Doubling down on the chocolate brownie pieces.
Yeah. Which one would you buy?
Me?
Yeah, I'm going with the Gone Freezies.
The Going Freezies, of course. But I have a question about Hisoka. Isn't that guy mostly like... I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter in a minute. I thought he was like mostly pink.
Well, he's got pink and red and blue. It depends on which one.
I gotta fucking look this shit up.
And purple.
I would get it because I already like blasts. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah. Definitely
Yeah, I would
going
get it too.
It's fun. Fun.
Yeah, the Gone Free Seas blast sounds like the most fun, for sure.
Yeah.
Hisoka's he mostly wears white. He does have reddish pink hair.
And he's
Yeah,
got
he's
the
sort of like
blue and
weird
yellow.
purple.
Yeah.
And he definitely
Yeah.
skips leg day. There's no doubt about that.
Probably
Actually,
for the best.
we do get a pretty delicious shot of Hisoka's ass in Hunter x Hunter, if as I recall. As I recall, Mandy just couldn't get over that. That was pretty funny. All right. Okay, that was pretty good. You had me at Gone Freezies. That was really the moment, I think.
Yeah.
This next one I'm not so sure about. Let's see.
So, McDonald's would partner with Sailor Moon for a Sailor Scout meal. A fun-filled specialty meal where the bag is printed with our favorite girl gang of superheroes, and the M, of course, is flipped to a W for Whack-Donald's. The meal would come with either a quarter pounder dressed with Japanese mayo, so it would be kind of like a Big
mayo?
Mac, but it would have like a Kewpie mayo kind of base instead of like the normal Mac sauce. It would be like more Kewpie. Along with a medium McDonald's togarashi or shichimi fry, which is just a spice blend.
That could be good.
And then, or you could get a 10-count nugget with a special Sailor Scout dipping sauce, similar to spicy sriracha mayo and the togarashi fries.
Can you get the sandwich and the nuggets the way the cookout would do it, or do you have to get fries?
you get the fry. It's like a normal McDonald's meal where
Man,
it's the
that's
fries,
fucking
drink, and a
bullshit.
thing. But I'm sure you could get both if you have a wife or somebody and, split it. Maybe McDonald's would do you get the burger, the medium fries, and like 4 nuggets. They do that sometimes.
Oh, they do they? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Both meals would also come with the Usagi soft serve with sailor sprinkles on top because Usagi's favorite food is ice cream.
What the hell is a sailor sprinkle?
Like shapes of like the Sailor Moon characters, like maybe like Usagi's head or like the cats.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How come none of these food things have come with like special packaging so far? I want a special package. I want the bag to be Sailor Moon.
It says it's printed.
Oh, you're right. It does. I just can't read. I am from West Virginia.
I was like, what?
It's tough. Okay, it's tough being from West Virginia.
Maybe the sailor sprinkles, if they can't get like the anime characters printed on sprinkles, it seems like would be a very
No, it wouldn't
specialty thing to do.
It would just be like shapes. It wouldn't be like the whole thing. It would just be like kind of.
Like
you
the
could kind of
moon
tell.
yeah.
Or like the cat's
Okay, that might be
heads.
cool. I also thought like one like a randomized color of one of the Sailor Scouts. So like you can get blue for Mercury or green
Yeah,
for Jupiter.
that would be
or
cool.
Yellow for Venus. And it's all randomized or something.
Fuck it. You could go in and ask for a glass cup and order a glass cup, one of each of the Sailor Scouts.
Are you copying me?
Yep.
You copier.
I did.
That is just.
Do something about it.
I just might, but not on camera. All right. I would definitely do the Sonic Drive-In. I was between
Yeah,
the two
me
of
too.
those. I would go with that because their blasts are already really good.
Yeah.
Well, except when they don't fucking mix it in. Listen, I'm talking to you, Sonic. When I order a fucking blast on DoorDash because I've been smoking the ganja, and I pay for extra peanut butter. You better mix that fucking peanut butter in those little cups, the little delicious little peanut butter cups. You better mix that shit in the ice cream because I don't want to eat just off the top and then have it just be straight vanilla below. That's a bullshit ass
piss me
blast,
off.
and they're fucking expensive on DoorDash. That $4 blast becomes like a $13 splurge, and you better not fuck it up next time, or I will never go to you again. There, I said it.
Well, we haven't been since that happened.
I feel better. I got that off my chest. I feel better right now. Oh, okay. Who's next? It's Caroline.
First thing I thought of, Dunkin' Poke Donuts.
Okay.
So, obviously, half off jelly-filled donuts. Wink, wink. You get it? Oh my god.
Onigiri.
Yeah, it's the only Giri, guys.
Oh.
I don't get it.
These jelly-filled donuts are great.
So in the first
Oh,
Oh,
the fucking dub.
they,
The
like,
dub. Okay,
they
okay,
changed
okay,
the things.
got it.
Okay, okay.
The dub. I
Yeah.
got it.
That was
I got
partially
it.
a joke, but could
I'm with
also
you.
still work. Half
I'm
off
with
jelly-filled
you.
donuts. And then you could do Munchkin half-sized and full-sized donut combos with starter Pokemon-themed colors to represent evolutions. So you would be like, oh my god, I'm forgetting their names already. It would be
Bulbasaur, Charmander, and
Bulbas-
Squirtle.
no. Like, yeah, but I'm talking about like the different evolutions. So Bulbasaur would be like,
Venusaur.
Bulbasaur,
well,
Ivysaur,
that's not a
Venusaur.
starter Pokemon.
Yeah, Ivysaur. No one likes Ivysaur. Ivysaur.
Shut
gets-
up. Speak for yourself.
You don't like? You like Ivysaur?
Bulbasaur is my favorite starter, and
he's
I
in
love
the
all
middle
of the
evolution.
evolutions.
Whoa! Wait a second. Wait a second, Caroline. I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. Slow your roll. I didn't say Bulbasaur sucked. I said no one liked Ivysaur.
I like Ivysaur
You don't ever hear about Ivysaur. It's always Bulbasaur.
because people
and,
suck and they have no taste.
So you like the middle evolution? The middle evolution is like the
It's puberty. I get it.
It's
Nobody
the
wants
redheaded.
to stay there
it's
for
the redheaded.
ever.
Yeah, it's the redheaded stepchild. You start with the
Nobody
cute-
likes Charmeleon either. Then
They don't. Yeah, of course. Duh.
Andrew, Back me up on this.
What the fuck? It's a fact. No one likes the middle evolution. You want to get to the end, or you like the cute one at the beginning. Help me out.
Well, I love the entire Bulbasaur line, but
Thank
it is
you.
true that the middle evolution is usually forgotten for most of these starters because everyone remembers the first and the second and the third, but they don't do any. The thing is, they also don't do anything with the middle evolutions. With the thing, right? They do things with all the finals and they do things with all the babies because, you know, they're cute and then they're really cool adults. The middle ones, they kind of like have shafted, sadly.
Well, it's
Okay,
like
okay.
being a teenager. Nobody
Back to
likes
my
teenagers.
Yes. Back to your pitch. I'm sorry.
Okay, and I just thought of this now. I should have thought of it before, but if depending on which combo you get, if you get, you know, a Bulbasaur, Charizard, or Squirtle, like they each are a different flavor. So what's? Oh my god, I'm getting them all mixed up. I should have
Charmander?
written them all down. Charmander. Yeah, if you get Charmander, the evolution combo, it would be like red velvet donuts.
Damn
Bulbasaur could be like a matcha donut, maybe. Squirtle could be a blueberry donut, perhaps.
right. Okay.
Or sorry, did I get them mixed up? Yeah.
Squirrel.
I don't think so. You're good.
Okay. Yeah. So it would be like that, and so those would be like, you know, 3 donuts right there, and with each combo purchase, you get a free collectible Pokemon card.
What if you get is it possible?
Is there a Pikachu one?
Oh, you know what? That I did not think of that.
What about Mewtwo?
I thought of that. I feel like this is getting out of control.
Are you able to get a good Pokemon card? Like, what if someone gets a fucking Charizard?
I don't know. I'm
'Cause that would
not
be crazy.
really familiar with Pokemon cards very much. I just thought it would be like a special Dunkin' Donuts edition.
So are these filled donuts? Like it would have like matcha cream in the middle, or is the donut flavored like matcha?
Okay, so well,
Oh
obviously
boy,
the
here we
Munchkin
go.
will be like on its own. Maybe the half-sized would be like a like the ones you get from like the store, like a donut, like a very just small donut, and then maybe the full-sized is the filled version.
I would buy the matcha. I mean, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not much for red velvet, but I do like matcha and I like blueberry. So yeah, I would eat that. Oh, I hope it has icing. I hope so.
Yeah, so that was my first idea. So I didn't really develop it very much.
I would eat that.
My next idea, Yuru Camp Cup Noodles. So different flavors of cup noodles will have different packaging designs featuring each of the main characters. And on the back of the cup noodles, there are instructions on how to dress up your cup ramen if you're going to eat it on a camping trip, like they do on the show.
That's
They do
cute.
love their cup noodles.
Like what do they do I haven't watched Yuru Camp. What do they do in the show? To their
Oh,
ramen?
it has been a while since I've watched it, but you know they'll like add things to their cup noodles and maybe different ingredients that they like. So yeah, just generally.
like strips of pork,
perhaps maybe some mushrooms, maybe some I don't know
mushrooms,
bean sprouts,
A
or
soft-boiled
something.
egg.
an egg. You say?
Yes.
Oh, I'm getting hungry. I am hungry.
You're always hungry.
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
I
So
would eat
very
that.
simple idea, but I think it would work.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, I would eat that.
I'd pick that up.
Oh, this next one is for pancake.
Yeah. And this last one, McDonald's Dungeon Mac.
Uh-oh.
So in collaboration with Dungeon Meshi, McDonald's will market their Big Mac as Dungeon Mac, but nothing really changes about the meal except on the inside of the hamburger wrapping, there will be a recipe for the Dungeon Mac, which mimics the real-life ingredients with ingredients that the characters could find in the dungeon.
Like Dragon
And
Tail?
then, yeah, maybe.
Oh. Wow.
And the McDonald's bag will also feature short manga stories like they did recently, like with their like original like characters, and they have the code that you can see the animation or whatever. It would feature the Dungeon Meshi characters finding each of the Dungeon Mac ingredients in the dungeon, like on the bag.
Cute.
Does McDonald's do they have mac and cheese?
No, this is not mac
No.
and cheese.
It's
She
like a Big
tricked
Mac.
you. Like it's a Big Mac.
You tricked me. Oh, it's not mac and cheese. It's mac.
It's big, like a Big Mac.
Look how disappointed you are.
I'm so Jess, it's one of those moments where you were thinking about one thing for a while, for long enough that when it gets flipped on you, my entire mental platform for this just collapsed. Wow. Holy shit, I thought that was mac and cheese.
No, they don't do mac and cheese, unfortunately.
They fucking should, though.
Chick-fil-A
You
does
really
mac and cheese,
want
and it's
McDonald's mac and cheese?
I mean, I don't know. Sure, I would try it. I mean, their Big Macs are... I normally don't get the Big... Andrew's like, get on with it. He's like, shut up, Mitz.
No, I'm just saying it's because you haven't had Canadian McDonald's. I think you would like Canadian McDonald's a lot more than American McDonald's.
Why is that?
Well,
And why is that?
It's just, well, better quality for the most part.
Oh, can't get worse.
I made the buns in America for the Canadian McDonald's. They're almost the same.
The buns are the same. But Caroline, you have more to... Caroline's got more.
That's
the
it.
meat.
Oh.
That's my list.
That's true.
Well, I liked Dungeon Meshi, so I would go to McDonald's. I really liked Dungeon Meshi. I would go to McDonald's and buy this.
Cool.
I don't like Big Macs, so I would not.
Well, that's a you problem.
I'm a quarter pounder
Pokemon,
girl.
and don't care for donuts all that much, so I'm probably gonna do the Pokemon donut one.
But you could get
the donuts.
You could get a coffee
I
while
would
you're there.
probably do the donut. Like out of these three, I do have Dunkin' more than Cup Noodles or McDonald's, so I probably would do the Dunkin' Donuts thing.
I think that McDonald's and Chick-fil-A both consistently have awful coffee. I just want to say that. Especially, I think
they're not
that
known for coffee.
Chick-fil-A has horrendous coffee. I
think it's better than McDonald's coffee.
Also,
that's a surprise. I've heard good things about the McDonald's coffee.
I have too, actually. I thought it was kind of just me, but also the Twitch has discussed that DoorDash offers financing now. How the fuck do you guys feel about that?
That's ridiculous
What does
that
that
it's so
mean?
expensive. You can basically split your costs.
You can pay for your delivery, you can
On
pay
on a credit card,
like a monthly
credit card
payment plan, like $5 a month to pay for your food.
I've never been so desperate to go out and buy food, but not go and pick it up. You know, and maybe it's just because everything is very convenient around me that it would only take me 2 minutes to go and pick up something.
I
But,
believe you have a lot more money in your pocket because of this.
Yes.
Yeah, it's perhaps, and also I got a what's it called? Uber Eats gift card or DoorDash gift card for Christmas, and have not used it yet. I'm just waiting for the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, it's a once in a while thing for sure. But
We
what I
have
really want to know.
We have saved the best for last, and he starts with a Canadian franchise. Let's go,
Hell
Andrew.
yes.
Okay, well, one did not say best for last. Literally thought of these 5 minutes before the podcast because I didn't know what the actual topic was.
This was a last minute thing, wasn't it?
I'm surprised you guys have as much as you did, but I decided, well, I'm just gonna lean into the Canadian thing. So all of mine are Canadian-based fast food franchises. So I started with the Tim Hortons Medalist Bonanza, and essentially it's just it is a donut that is topped with sprinkles. And white sugar with sugar frosting, and it's glazed, and it's a jelly donut. And why it's that is because the main characters are sparkly, but they're mushy like jelly, and it just seems like they're very extra for no reason. It fits very much with the show. So this is another donut one. That's fine. The others.
Wait a second.
Are there worm sprinkles on it?
No. I forgot about that part.
I just wanted to say
it still needs to be appealing.
I just wanted to say how much better Tim Hortons is than Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's much better.
It is.
I think it's not close actually.
It
And they have
used
better
to be.
coffee too.
Yeah.
But you hardly ever see a Tim Hortons in the States. They're not all over the place. We had one in my hometown.
Only a couple
though.
of places has them.
We had one in my little town of Wheeling, West Virginia.
That's nice.
Yeah. And it was and when that thing went in, but now they're putting in a Dunkin' where there used to be a Hardee's, and there's going to be a fucking tribal war between the coffee. But I would definitely get that because if I'm going to eat the Dunkin' one, I would got to eat this one. And Medalist was a darn good show. I didn't review it, but it would have gotten about a 4 out of 4, probably about a 4 from me. It was good. I liked it.
It's okay. I gave it that 4 for you.
Thank you. Thank you. I knew you would.
So the next is more of a gag one. So this is the A&W One-san burger. So the joke behind this one is that A&W is a burger place, and it's known mostly for its root beer. And they have a different types of, their burgers are named after different family members. So there's the Papa Burger, the Mama Burger, the Baby Burger, the Uncle Burger, the Teen Burger. And so I thought I would do the One-san burger. And the joke here is that it's like a no patty burger because One-san needs to take care of her figure. That's
Who's gonna order a no patty burger though?
Huh?
I've done that
Who's
before.
gonna order a burger without a patty?
That is so odd.
Why
Yeah,
it's a
that's
gag.
yeah.
It's because One-san needs to take care of her figure, so she doesn't want to eat
I got it.
too much. No patty.
Is it really cheap?
There you go.
You get it for like $1?
You could probably get it for $3 in today's economy.
Yeah.
They would literally. You know what they would fucking do? They'd be like, the normal burger is $6.99, but then when you take the patty off, they would give it to you for $6.99. They would still charge you $6.99 for
No,
it.
they're not that crazy. Luckily.
What
yet.
does A&W even sell? Because every time I've ever seen an A&W in the States, it always is closing within like 2 weeks.
So it's root beer predominantly, like that. So like that, they're known for their root beer to some, and they used to be able to get like a root beer mug and everything. And then they have this little burgers, but it's mostly like everybody knows A&W root beer. That's the thing it's mostly known for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
and
them on my way to the Grand Canyon. Actually, I didn't go in.
Yeah,
So that's
I've seen them. I've just
kind of
never
classic one.
eaten at one, and I think they're usually attached to like a Long John Silver's or one of those fish places. Like it's like a combo deal where it's like A&W and like KFC.
The only thing I would eat at Long John Silver's are the little extra crispy bits. You can get like a whole tray of them, like the fried pieces. There's no meat or anything. It's just the batter, but it's just little. Anyway. Okay, Andrew. I'm sorry. The final
No,
submission.
you're all good.
Final
So
submission.
this is a Friends of Beavertail, and I was workshopping this one in my mind a little bit, so there's not much here. But so Beavertails are essentially fried pastries. We put lots of different toppings on them.
Oh, that sounds good.
So if we wanted to, we could take your Gone Freezies, right? And you can basically do the same thing here, except for it's a nice pastry. You just put peanut butter, you put Reese's Pieces all over it, and that one already exists. But you can do all that kind of fun stuff. But the little gag here is that because it's Friends of Beavertails, and Beavertails are animals, basically you would include a toy of various animal companions as a little side gift in with each
Cute.
Friends of Beavertail you get.
I like that. I would get
So like
those.
one would have like a Luna, and one would have like a
Pikachu.
I don't know any no Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
But it'd have something. It'd have like like Luna or that Kero Barros from Card Captor.
Nina from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, it has to be an animal? Like Oppo from Space Brothers.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Little fun things.
Yeah.
Like Friends of Beavertails, and yeah, those are the few ones that I came up with briefly.
What was that thing we ate at Point B, that little pastry thing? You know what I'm talking about?
Elephant here?
No. They are
Churro?
called nope.
Come on.
Beignets.
Beignets. That sounds French.
Oh, those are great.
So is that like a beaver tail? Like a
No, beignets are
they're
more
fried
of
pastries
like
too, right?
Yeah, but it's different. Beaver tails are more like a churro, but if it was flat.
I just want to say that if either of you ever come to Tennessee to visit, we will go to Point B, which is a charcuterie board brunch place, and it'll be on me.
I love
It
a
is so,
And it's
it's so much
very,
fun, and they
very
make the
nice
best espresso martinis.
They have amazing servers.
Ooh.
This is the only restaurant where I think I've ever tipped 30%. Because their service is that fucking good.
It's amazing.
Nice.
Anyway, okay.
Anyway, we're just talking
Wow.
about food now.
Between the three
Yeah, I
of
know, I'm
those,
so hungry.
I'm starving. Between the three of those, I'm gonna probably go with the burger. No, I don't want the One-san burger. It has no meat.
I'm going with the Tim Hortons Medalist Bonanza.
I might do
Alright.
the beaver tails.
From
I like a
Caroline's. I probably would do
I'm doing
I want the
Pokey Donuts.
I want the Big Mac because I like Dungeon Meshi. I need food. You know, if I eat a donut, I'm hungry in like 10 minutes. I need food.
I'm doing donuts, the Golden Freezies, and then I'm hitting up the McDonald's Dragon Ball Super.
They should actually fucking do that. Honestly, I don't know what they're doing. It could be like the Super Saiyan. They could say, "Do you want to go Super Saiyan?" When you fucking order it, you know, it's like, "You want to supersize that?" No, do you want to go Super Saiyan? It could be so much fun.
I think they are trying to move away from the Monopoly brand. I know that up here they did a whole side like Monopoly style game, but without the Monopoly branding. So we'll see what happens though. McDonald's does love to do collabs,
but I already debranded it. It's Dragon Ball. Anyway, let's go to the news break, and we'll have Andrew read the question since it's a Gundam question.
Sure. What is the name of the new type of Gundam control mechanism featured in Gundam GQuuuuuuX?
GQuuuuuuX.
I like how you said that. All right, and when we get back, we have our mailbags and our impressions, so you won't want to miss which anime we pass and fail. Don't go anywhere as if we have real commercials, and we'll see you when we're back. Anime Addicts Mitsugi is here, bringing that sweet anime crack right to your veins. Leading us off, we have Star Wars, which is rare on this podcast. But it does look like at the Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025 event, they talked about various things, including the new Star Wars Visions Volume 3 episodes, which are going to be an anthology that will debut on Disney Plus starting on October 29th. But as part of this anthology of episodes, the 9th Jedi episode is going to be receiving an anime series scheduled for 2026. So Kenji Kamiyama, the director of the original episode, is credited as the chief director for the 9th Jedi anime series at Production IG. So big news there. So if you're a fan of Star Wars, you're going to be getting some anime adaptation content, which is pretty exciting. So look out for more news regarding that, I am sure, before too long. Next up, the manga Sei Tokai ni mo Ana wa Aru is getting a TV anime adaptation subtitled as There Is Also a Hole in the Student Organization, which just about sounds like every other anime that's ever been made. We must fill the student organization. From director Taoyuki Tatsuya of Nisekoi and Kate ni Kaizo from Studio Passion. So you're going to be getting this anime adaptation coming up pretty soon about Ume, a first-year student at the prestigious Fujinari Academy who excels in Japanese literature. Hoping to boost his academic record, he joins the student council only to find himself surrounded by a cast of quirky characters. It sounds a little like Haruhi Suzumiya. A charismatic yet secretly shy president, etc., thrown into the whirlwind of chaotic daily life. A lot more lively things will happen, I guess, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Rom-com, probably, school romance, I don't know, we'll see. But Sei Tokai ni mo Ana wa Aru is getting that anime adaptation coming up for you. Next up, well, we already knew about this Final Fantasy VII property, Ever Crisis, which was a mobile game. It looks like Square Enix YouTube channel released a teaser trailer for this mobile game and subtitled it Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis Event Abakura Academy 7 Fierce Fight Arc Teaser. So I guess this came out near April Fool's Day, which had some people thinking maybe it was a joke, but it looks like this is perhaps not actually a joke. It looks like Square Enix has even created a new webpage to introduce the story about this content, which includes the characters, character relationships, etc. They thought, we thought it was a joke, but now it is no longer a joke, and it looks like the event is going to begin on April 30th, which is really right around the time this podcast comes out, so if you want to check it out, it's probably worthwhile. This news article has relationship diagrams and also promo art of most of the characters, including Tifa, Aerith, Cloud, and Barrett, and a bunch of others. And also, as part of this event, fans can finally choose either Tifa or Aerith in a romance. So it looks like as part of this, you'll be able to choose your favorite in an upcoming anime-style romance event that is going to be inspired by the previously mentioned April Fool's Day stunt. So if you are a fan of Final Fantasy VII, you may want to scoop up the mobile game Ever Crisis, which apparently has already come out. And pivoting here, and lastly in the news, Kyoto Station was temporarily shut down recently in Japan because of a bomb threat. So Japan very careful about... Japan tends to overreact about almost everything because nothing ever bad ever seems to happen in Japan. But a suspicious package was reported between tracks 4 and 5 in the extremely busy Kyoto Station, and they actually shut down much of the station and dispatched the bomb squad to the Kyoto to this train station, and only to find that the admittedly fairly large box was full of foreign candies and nothing more. So thankfully they were able to get that sorted out and return the station to service shortly after 9 a.m. But of course there were a lot of disruptions and I'm sure apologies from the Kyoto station. This was Mitsugi and this was your anime news break, and now time to get back to the podcast. So you're at the grocery store. Options at the sushi counter were a little thin. Spicy tuna rolls will have to do. But you know what else is a little thin? Your patience. You were listening to your favorite podcasts, but now all you're listening to is this little robot lady yap at you.
Place your item in the bagging area.
If only you had the AAA Podcast's extra content, you wouldn't have even heard her talking to you over the sound of our hobby addicts, our hentai episodes, and our after parties. But now you're about to get arrested for assaulting Wally over here. Goddamn robot bitch. Little Billy's sitting at home about to go hungry while mommy and daddy are becoming somebody's new favorite down at the Slammer. Don't let little Billy go hungry. Head over to AAAPodcast.com/join our Patreon today and support the podcast. Again, that's AAAPodcast.com/join or Patreon.
Place your item in the bagging area.
Yeah, I'll put you in a bag. Never, never, never. Pancake has never watched Most Dangerous Geist. I think I should fix that.
It's okay. Never mind.
What?
I know.
Kikazukeba. That's
It's been so long.
it's very bad. Most dangerous. All right. Welcome back to the podcast. What is the name of the new type of Gundam control mechanism featured in Gundam GQuuuuuuX? How was that? GQuuuuuuX.
GQuuuuuuX.
Close enough. Close enough.
It's called the Psycom-U.
That was just a nice way of saying stop.
That's true. All right. And now it's time to do it for mailbags.
It's time for an almighty anime mailbag. Anime.
Mailbag. All right, Andrew, you're on deck.
I am on deck, and let me just pull up the question. This question comes from Yotaru Vegeta. Yo, AAA. Is there an effect that you have seen in an anime that you would want to happen in real life? For instance, having steam shoot out of the side of your mouth, or if someone pisses you off, you can kick them so hard that they become a star in the sky.
Super Saiyan. Duh. Everybody that ever watched Dragon Ball tried to go Super Saiyan once in their life, including me.
Nosebleeds.
More like tropes that are in like bunches of different anime.
Nosebleeds.
Yeah.
I think that would be fucking funny.
Did I answer the question incorrectly?
Yes, you did.
I mean, I feel like you can work with that. I just feel
Well-
like their intention was more for
Like
Okay.
emotes.
Okay. How about an aura around me when I'm getting like excited?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
there
I
you
want a
go.
Super Saiyan like aura. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say not exactly, not stealing yours, but it's that exasperated exclamation point that comes out of your breath
Oh,
when you're just like,
Oh.
and it's just like this exclamation point or keyhole. That is really funny. Huh?
I'm having a hard time picturing it, like an exclamation point coming out of your
It
mouth.
looks like a mushroom
no,
kind of,
so-
right?
So like, you know when they go like, and then like,
Yeah, and
that
there's just
breath
like
is,
that air.
yeah, I can.
But it's
Yeah,
like, it's a form. It's like an exclamation point, except for it's like, or a keyhole. That's how I see it. It's just like, sometimes it's just like a cloud of smoke. But it's like,
What if let's take that to another level. What if we all just like fully emoted? Like you had the little lines on your
Yeah,
forehead when you
that
get
would be cool.
angry, or like the little blue like lines over your face when you're like sick or like
Well-
upset or whatever.
speaking of that, my answer was the little sweat drop, the single sweat drop
Mm-hmm.
when a
Oh,
person
yeah.
becomes exasperated, disappointed, or embarrassed. Like I feel like it's so
There you
versatile.
go.
And I hate to admit it, like sometimes when I get like with somebody, I kind of picture a little sweat drop on my forehead.
Yeah, I think another good one would be in the Harvest Moon games when an animal is irritated or somebody's irritated, they get the little scraggly bubble over their head, like
Oh,
I'm
right.
irritated.
They're frustrated.
I
or
like
whatever.
that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or like when you're really pissed off at somebody, flames appear behind you.
Yeah.
All right. How about Caroline? Would you like to read the next one?
All right. This one is from B West 450. They say, "Hello, AAA addicts. I've been going back in time and listening to some of your older podcasts. I've come across your commentary of, we just mentioned it, ND Geist, number 187, and I enjoyed listening to it a lot. Would you consider doing another commentary on a different show from the 90s? Love listening to you guys while I'm at work."
I was actually thinking that there's probably no chance we're going to get 6 shows out of this current season because I think the season, in my opinion, is kind of bad. So maybe we'll pick some old retro shows and we'll watch them. Instead of reviewing them, we'll just watch one and then we'll review it. And then we'll give a score. What do you think? I think that could be fun.
I'd be down.
It would have to be a short
Retro
anime.
review. Yeah, not another. Oh god, what was that one we watched a couple of months ago? With the wheat.
The
Wheat.
Spice and Wolf?
No, no. It's not that wheat. It's. Oh my god, we watched it. Me, you, Kazuo, Mason. It's with the robots, and it's like the ancient. It's not MD Geist. God.
Garzy's
it has a
Wing?
robot. No, it's not that one.
Wow.
That one's gonna. It's gonna bomb me.
Wheat?
Wheat.
Yeah,
What?
no. Remember at the end, like it becomes about wheat control, and it's like an ancient family mech show. It was
Holy
like 24
shit.
episodes.
Someone
we
on
watched
the-
it like not too long ago. Somebody in the help me out, please.
Maybe the Twitch went on.
Was it that one?
What are you looking at me
That
for?
was
I
weird.
already don't know. Yes, it was that one that was. It sounds weird. Yes, and thank you. The Twitch has pointed out that I don't have the hair to go Super Saiyan. Thank you. Okay, at least I could be Tien. All right, or Piccolo.
No, the aura becomes your hair.
Oh, Sakuna. Is it Sakuna?
No, I watched
That's
that.
Rice.
That was fun.
That's
God,
right.
there's way too much planting shows. No, this one was more about mechs, but it involved an entire plot to like.
Oh,
ruin America.
Was it the dancing one?
It was okay. It was.
Yes,
It was.
yes.
I know what it was. An older show, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Gasaraki.
Yes, that's the
That
one.
show
That's
was.
Rocky.
It was okay. It was mid.
Yeah, but
It was
not.
okay.
I don't want to watch a 24 episode show.
No,
like
that was a lot. That was a lot.
Well, probably I would, but a better one.
Okay.
You know, it just has to be a good show.
All right. Are we? Is it time for impressions?
Impression
It is.
time. Believe it.
We're gonna be doing impressions.
Impression time, believe it!
All right. So I'm gonna suggest we change the rules a little bit for this time around. We're gonna pass up to 6 anime from the current season. Up to 6. In other words, if we are watching, we're not gonna force a show to be passed if we think it's not good, just for the sake of having 6. If we only get 4, because there aren't 6 good ones, then we only get 4. And then we will let the Discord pick from a selection of retro shows to be reviewed. What do you guys think?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a good idea because I don't really want to review a bad anime just for the sake of having 6. It doesn't make sense. So we are going to do...
I don't disagree.
We're going to do 21 impressions, so keep that in mind for those of you that are new. We're going to do 21 shows, and we're not going to pass even close to the majority of these. Doesn't mean they suck, it just means that they're not in the top 6. And then after we're done with all of these, the listeners will go on the Discord or social media to pick 3 more anime for the listener choice, and then that will round up the selection. We usually review 9
Could there
anime.
also be, since we're doing this like retro review type thing, possibly?
We might, yeah.
Could you include a write-in?
What does that mean?
So the people on the Discord, if they coordinate, they could all write in the same thing.
Well, we can do that, but you're not going to get that, like...
I don't know. The Knights of the Mid-Table might organize.
I really want braver.
Yeah, well...
That's not even retro.
I would suggest as well.
I know, but that's the point.
Oh,
what I could even suggest is that you even add retro review as one of the listener choice options.
Yeah.
So, but
I think we've done that, didn't we?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll do something fun.
That way,
all right.
Yeah, depending on the season.
We made pretty good time on this recording, and but we got 6 shows to go through here. The first one is MoonRise, which was one of the ones that I picked. It is a Wit Studio anime on Netflix. So, I mean, right away, Wit Studio, pretty good studio usually. Netflix tends to sometimes have good original shows. It's a sci-fi anime. It's, humanity is... Man, this anime really reminded me of Gundam for a hot minute, because there's, like, different world governments that are at war, and there's an international AI network, and people live in I don't know. There's like a lunar development project with an elevator that goes to the moon, and I kept thinking and I guess what the moon wanted its independence, and I kept thinking this sounds like Gundam a little, because in Gundam, like, I'm not an expert, but there's Xeon's like a moon colony or Mars colony, and they want their independence, and they go to war for it, and that's like the high level thing, and so that was kind of like my first thought. Other than the fact that I was really hoping this one would be good because I thought the trailer looked awesome. Jacob Shadow gets caught up in this conflict after losing his family to a terrorist bombing on by the moon's rebel army, and wanting revenge, he joins the Earth army as a scout on the moon, only to discover that there's an unexpected leader among the resistance. Boy, this is tough. This anime, for me, moved very quickly, and I struggled to keep up with what it was doing, and it jumped around so much in the timeline at the beginning that I found it a little confusing in how they portrayed it. But I did appreciate, like, the opening action sequence was really energetic, and and then they blew up the elevator in the second episode, I think.
First episode.
Was that still the first episode? It was still
the first episode.
I just...
Go ahead.
I went into this one very little information on it, and out the gate, for me, the pacing is off. It seems like it's doing too much, and I just don't like the characters all that much. I'm not too interested in the story. It's just unbelievably mid for me.
Actually kind of liked the show coming into it. I mean, the characters are what they are. I didn't really hate them or anything. The timeline, jumping around thing, I kind of was keeping track of things pretty well. The names are ridiculous.
Yes.
You got Jack Shadow, and wait for it, Bob Skylum. And he's the villain. It's Bob Skylum. I'm like, I can't take a villain named Bob seriously.
It feels like somebody in 7th grade named these characters for a project of a book that they are writing for their friends.
Yeah, I mean, I went and did like 3 episodes of this. The only thing is that all the episodes are currently out on Netflix right now.
They are.
So the score is very reflective of how that goes, and so is the opinions of many other people who are telling me about how it goes. And unfortunately, even though I really was into like the first 3 episodes, knowing it kind of gets off track, doesn't really stick the landing, it kind of deters me from being hopeful for a pass here.
Twitch is saying this is based on a novel, but according to my anime list, it's original. So I'm not sure what to believe in.
It's very possible that it's my anime list is maybe off, or how it's described. So, like, when they say it's a novel, this might be like sort of like the KyoAni thing, where they have, you know, like a short story contest or whatever, and then that's how they've picked a lot of the anime that they've animated going from there. So it might be like something to that effect. My thoughts on at least the first 3 episodes of the show have been, it seems fun. It feels kind of not classic, but it does feel a little bit classic in how it's presenting itself. And when I say classic, I mean like 2000s, early 2000s kind of anime, right? High pace, it's kind of jumping all over the place. The characters are kind of ridiculous. The action does look kind of good. And it has like a high concept that can go great or it could go terribly. I have not looked into any of the scores or anything, whatever said. If we were passing like 9-8 shows, like 2 shows a week, this would probably be something higher on my list to pass. Just because it seems like it could be for maybe interesting discussion or at least a fun, silly time. But given we're only passing really 6 shows, this is still one of the, from where I'm, like I said, first 3 episodes, one of the stronger shows. It had a stronger showing start. I definitely thought it definitely appealed to me, and I'll probably go and watch the rest of this at some point now because it is all on Netflix already. So I'll probably go and watch the rest of this at some point. But for the most part, it's not terrible, and like I said, the action is pretty solid, which is sort of what you hope for in a show like this.
I was really interested by the first couple episodes, the story they were going for. I will say that I'm pretty sure there is going to be a little twist in who the villain really is, and they're not exactly burying the lead here. Like, they've made it pretty obvious.
I think they literally they almost gave it away in the synopsis here. I mean, like.
And it's in the promo art.
Yeah.
They could have been a little bit more considerate of that.
So, Rainbow Warrior on Twitch, very, very insistent that the novel is written by To Ubukata. I don't know anything about this, but they're very insistent, so I tend to believe them. Listen, my take here, I kind of go with Caroline. I thought that the show was a little fast and disjointed at the beginning. Given that this is all the way out, there's a lot of people that are going to binge it like the first night. It's got a not great score on my anime list, and it's almost like they're telling us it's not really that good. And so my vote is to not pass this one. I'm just going to throw that out there right now.
I'm good with that decision.
I concur.
All right, it's a sweep.
Oh, Andrew hasn't voted.
Andrew already said he wouldn't do it. He only had 6 to pick from.
Oh, okay.
No, with the amount that we have, I wouldn't pass this in our current state. But I mean, yeah, no.
Shall not pass!
All right, the next anime is also one of mine.
I did not watch this.
Well, that's a shame because you missed out. That would be Haite Kudasai. Takamine-san. Please put them on, Takamine-san, as I play the trailer for Pancake. She just missed out.
I don't.
You don't want to see the trailer? Okay, she sighs. Okay. So Takamine is well, let's see here. This anime is done by... You really didn't want to watch that trailer, did you?
It's not my vibe.
Well, you don't like boobs? You have them.
I have them, but I'm not really seeking them out because I can just go look in a mirror.
I am. I'm seeking them out. Linden Films is the studio. It's based on a manga. So Takamine-san is like the girl in the school that's good at absolutely everything. And like from grades to sports, etc. But she gives away her secret because in the very beginning, a boy named Shirota somehow is able to witness her special power, which is called Eternal Virgin Road, which allows her to rewind time and redo past actions really whenever she wants to. So she'll, answer a question in class. If she gets it wrong, she'll just rewind time and answer it again. So she always looks 100% perfect, right? So it sounds like a great skill, but she must strip off a piece of her lingerie every time that she uses this skill as a price for using it. I think of there was some anime. What was that anime? Darker Than Black, was it? Where they had to put out a cigarette on their arm or something, or eat a piece of paper or some crazy shit. So
there was a price to pay for using their ability. Yeah. Right.
So in order to use her ability, so she blackmails Shirota into she's gonna frame him for some shit or whatever, unless he agrees to become her.
Actually terrible.
It's pretty terrible.
Frames him for sexual assault.
Yeah, exactly.
And forces him to help her.
What a dirtbag.
So,
her closet.
I know, she's absolutely terrible.
So
and it makes things worse that she actually likes this guy.
So he's now her closet, who has to carry around lots of lingerie and underwear and stuff for her, so that he can reclothe her during her multiple times of taking off her own clothing during the course of the episodes. And actually, to my surprise, in episode 2, requires him to put her panties back onto her in the middle of class without time frozen or anything, with everybody around. And amazingly, he's able to do it without anybody noticing. And of course, Takamine is, good-looking anime girl, and obviously this anime is uncensored on Crunchyroll, I think. There's full tits and everything on Crunchyroll, and crazy. And obviously it's ecchi. So that's pretty much the synopsis. I'm just going to say that not your normal cup of tea. What do you guys think?
I'm not going for it. Sorry.
Oh, wow.
I'll put it this way. This show is the kind of production quality I wish we had in the hentais that we watch. Because this show is basically a hentai without the sex. It's just a hentai without the sex. It is titillating. It is sensual in the way that she positions, even the kind of things that she does. It's animated. This is the kind of production quality I want out of the hentais we watch. Honestly.
Creamy mommy?
Oh my god.
Yes. Yes. Because it looks good. I'm not gonna lie, this anime actually looks
compared to most anime, it doesn't look good, but it looks better than it should. It
agree
just
with that statement, but go ahead.
I'm just saying that compared to most, it's there you got faceless people in the back and weird animation and all that stuff. But it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. I will say, despite the fact that I do find this show to be absolutely disgusting, it does have a modicum of entertainment value. I cannot deny that I did find a couple things funny. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I think this would be a good drinking game episode, though.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
I want you guys to know that in honor of all the hentai supporters out there, all the ecchi fans, all the incels, and everybody in between, I'm gonna pass this anime, and I stand with you. And even if we don't pass it, I will watch it just for you. And there I said it. I got it off my chest. I got it off my chest.
6.09 on Mal right now.
Well, of course, it's because there's people that want a serious anime and they torch it because it's not.
Well, that's the sad part.
I'm mostly just gagging. I'm memeing here, but it's.
I want to pass it as a joke as well, but obviously I'm not going to because I have no interest in really watching more than this. It's kind of interesting because the concept of this perfect girl who sort of misuses her abilities. Because there's this great line in episode 2.
Indeed, let's hear it.
That may have been perfect, but you can always make it more perfect.
Oh, right.
No, it was like, it was perfect, but it wasn't the best.
The best.
That was the line.
Yeah, that, which is like a great line. Like, what is this doing in this anime?
It is brutal because she reads the fucking like English or whatever out of the book perfectly, but it wasn't done with like drama. And I was thinking, this bitch is gonna read this again and make it like over the top. And that's exactly what happened. What they did, like the flowers behind her and all that shit. And then she makes the poor boy get on the ground and put her panties back on in the middle of class. And I was like, this is fucked up. And I was like...
So I was like really frustrated because I'm thinking to myself, this is so dumb. Why the hell does she want him to put on panties in the middle of class and expects that every single time that he has to put his panties on her? Like, as soon as possible. Doesn't matter if there's people around whatsoever. This is just her kink or something.
Yep, it's definitely her kink.
Oh my god. And Pancake, you should have seen it.
And mine
the
too.
whole scene where he is putting on her panties with his leg as she's sitting at a desk. And they just magically remove the desk as he is putting on the panties. And it just reappears. It's just...
You're not supposed
it
to
makes
think about
no
it
sense.
Oh my
god.
Physically should not be possible.
Well, and she also...
You're not supposed to think about it that hard.
He also says...
I did, though.
Very logically, he also says, why can't we just wait till the end of class and we can do this, like, in the locker room or whatever? And she's like, no. That would prevent me from using my power multiple times in the same class, in the same, like, you know, English class or whatever. It's like, but it does make me, and I think at least one of you will admit that you're curious about how he continues to pull this off, because eventually he's gonna get fucking caught putting her panties back on. Something is gonna happen.
He'll be caught just carrying around her underwear.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're going to introduce new characters based off of the OP. Honestly, I think this is the kind of show that I'm just going to wait for the clips on TikTok or Twitter or X or whatever to see the funny moments of the show. I don't know if I need to watch it. But yeah, no, it's not going to pass on my end. It'd be funny, but I'm not going to pass it.
Yeah, I'm not going to pass it either, though I will not deny it has some, like, for certain people, this might be fun for you to watch.
All right, so it's not a pass?
No.
Are you guys sure? All right, in honor of Mason.
No.
You know, I was surrounded by the suck.
And the chat did notice, and I failed to notice, that this has a 6.09, otherwise known as a 69, on my anime list, and I don't think that's a mistake. It's frozen forever at 6.09. It would be better, though, if we could get it to a 6.90. Pancake's just had enough. She's like, her head is in her hands.
I'm surprised how, like, so much you are denying this anime, actually, because you were watching stuff like no Pancake.
Oh, I think
because
it's great.
You were like into what was it, gushing over magical girls, that kind of.
I wouldn't say I was into it.
Not into it, but you were watching.
Oh, you were.
You signed up for the review.
It's just different. It's just not really... The gushing over magical girls is like a meme and they're making fun of it. I don't really want to watch a girl making a boy be her closet.
But you didn't even watch the show, though.
I don't want to.
Oh, come on. You didn't watch it because you knew what it was. You just never watched it.
I'm just not into it. Thank you, though.
All right.
How about we get to
Gundam.
GQuuuuuuX.
Obviously, the thing I'm passing for sure, 100%.
Would you like to take it?
If you all don't, then I will emotionally blackmail you into doing so. No, I'm kidding.
We will be your closet.
So Gundam GQuuuuuuX, as we find out,
GQuuuuuuX
is.
Hashire.
Sorry,
Spotify just blocked us.
Yep. Those are on Spotify now, I bet. Okay, so yeah, essentially, we don't have a ton of information now, other than like this is like the first 3 episodes of the show are the first 3 episodes from the movie put together. but here separated, and it follows essentially a girl who hijacks a Gundam in the first episode and gets invited to basically do these things called clan battles, which are essentially mobile suit fighting in space, but it's like underground. It's like underground fight club, basically. One of the things to note that this is an and you'll find this out in the second episode. So for Caroline, and we know there's a lot of terms being thrown around, especially because from what I understand, the second episode was shown for is the beginning of the movie, and they do episodes 2, 1, then 3, which makes sense for the movie. But I think for the TV show that's being aired weekly, I think it makes sense to show that first episode as it is. But in the second episode, you find out that this is basically an alternate timeline where Char Aznable actually succeeded in stealing the prototype RX-78 Gundam, and that changed the tide of war for Zeon, leading them to winning the 1 year war.
And that's the goofy outfit guy, right?
Yes.
It's the one with the mask, yes, the red and yeah. And
the red comet.
He's
Yes.
really dressing out, showing up, doing his thing.
Well, trust me, you should see the original Gundam. The amount of different cost, like Zeon is just extra. Like they are just extra.
Was I incorrect in saying Zeon is like a moon colony, and they want like independence?
So they're not a moon colony. They're a colony.
Or not the Mars colony. A Mars colony.
I don't remember if they're a Mars colony, but they're definitely like a one of like the first colonies, like one of the farther ones out in space, kind of thing. And so they want their independence mostly because it's essentially what happens is an idealist basically created a movement that inspired people, and then a bunch of rich people said, "Fuck you, we want to use that and enrich ourselves." Essentially is what happens in the original timeline. But in this one, they managed to succeed because, and there's like a whole bunch of things. And Char basically mysteriously disappears in what they call a Zek Nova event, which is a new terminology to the Gundam world. But yeah, so it is an interesting show. The mech fights have been very good. Mm-hmm. I like that it is we already knew it was going to be an alternate universe, but it's interesting to see that it's not really an alternate universe in the normal sense. It's a divergent timeline, which Gundam hasn't done a lot of in the animated form, but it's done a lot of in the video game format. So yeah, your guys' thoughts on Gundam GQuuuuuuX?
I like it so far. I'm interested. It's I like the guy's little outfit. I don't love the girl with the short hair's character design too much, but I can get over that. The animation looks pretty good, and I like the robots. That's how I feel about it.
It's a hard pass for me.
Hard pass.
Hard pass. It's Gundam. It's not as super robot as some things I've seen. It's not annoying remote control car battles. It's not fake ass Utena Gundam. It's just fucking Gundam. In the second episode where Char did that infiltration and stole the RX-78 was chef's kiss, and I'm fucking all in for it. Anytime I watch a Gundam get a beam saber through its like chest plate and instantly collapse and be dismantled in that way, I'm fucking in, because that means it's a real robot, and that's all I need to see. And the fact that they gave you inside the cockpit like manual controls and stuff, they're pulling them out, and you get to see how it's just fucking great.
And they got that cute little sphere robot, and it's so cute.
Haro? It's Haro.
Haro,
right?
yeah.
I'm passing this for sure.
I like him.
Passing for sure. I don't like the character designs very much. I think they're a little weird. Green and red hair is just bizarre and awful, but it's not enough to deter me. I want this. Oh.
I can hardly think of a show that had mecha in it that I liked and actually wanted to watch.
Except this one.
No exception. I was bored, and I was like, who are these characters? What are these places? Robots. Which is which? Who is who? On what side? I watched 2 episodes. I folded my laundry while watching the second one. Not really paying attention. And
Okay,
it must be great for you guys if you guys
Gundam.
like Gundams and all that stuff. But I will not put my name down for the pass. But I know it's gonna pass anyway. So
We passed
Fair
it.
enough. Oh, and also another side note. This is Studio Kara is doing a co-pro with Sunrise, and Kara is Hideaki Anno's studio. So this is like
Fucking awesome.
Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, Evangelion. Yeah. So, and he I think wrote one of the episodes as well. If I don't know if it was the second episode, which is basically the alternate retelling of the original Gundam. But anyway, I just want to say it's a hard pass for me as well. Like, hell yeah, I'm down to watch this.
Here you go.
Let go.
The show goes on.
The first pass of the spring season is Gundam. Go ahead.
GQuuuuuuuX.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Gundam GQuuuuuX. At least you
Gundam
know how they
GQuuuuuX.
pronounce it.
If it quacks like a duck and when it walks like a duck, then it's a GQuuuuuuX. Okay.
Yeah. And you can
All
find
right.
this on Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, on Amazon Prime.
All right. The best thing about the way we've been doing the podcast lately is that Caroline, you won't have to watch this. You would just skirt on by
yep.
and not pick that one. All right. So this next one is probably going to fail immediately. The Dinner Table Detective, done by Studio Madhouse, which normally is putting out some pretty good shit based on a novel, and it's a mystery comedy. I will say that right off the bat, guys, I dislike almost all mysteries. I just don't. Much like Caroline doesn't like Gundam, I just find mystery shows just boring. I think they're all kind of very similar, and I'm just like, whatever. But, so, I don't even know how to describe this. So, there's a rookie detective.
well-
Yeah, go ahead, please. Help.
Yes,
Yeah,
please,
so
go.
basically, I can describe this. So this is a Noitamina block show, so it's going to be weird, and it's very much going to be hit or miss. That's just Noitamina block
Noitamina,
shows in
yeah.
general. So yeah, it's basically this rich girl. It has a side. Basically, her real job is that she is a detective for the Metropolitan Police Detective group. And so her and another guy who's also from a rich family is a detective, and she has a butler who's actually solving all the mysteries. She's not stupid, but he tends to solve it all for her, and it's stupid.
Thank
do
you.
I love it? Yes. I also hate it because the show is. Oh no, the show is so
Abhorrent.
Abhorrent.
so stupid, but it's like it's fun. Like the butler just calls her a moron all the time.
I also like that.
It was just the way he does it. It's like I can. Oh yeah, I've solved the mystery. Oh yeah, sure, I'll take your suggestion. And he just leans and is like, I can't believe you're such a moron. You haven't even figured it out yet. It's so obvious. And so I'm just like, damn. Like honestly, I'm not gonna pass this show. I was watching this. I'm like, I'm not gonna pass this, but I definitely want to watch this because it's so stupid. And
Yeah,
I love
I
these
watched-
mystery shows.
I watched 2 episodes, and I have to say, I found it somewhat entertaining as well. Mamoru Miyano, I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
okay.
that explains it.
Every scene he's in, I'm like, you got it, man. So I like that. I kind of like the main character. I thought she was kind of fun. The butler, when he's like telling her like you're such a dumbass, is great. But by how the first couple episodes go, this show's just gonna be, they show up to a crime scene and he's gonna do her job for her. He's just gonna figure it out on his like and just say like it's this guy, you dumbass. That's how it's gonna go, and that's not really entertaining. I did find the first episode to have a couple of things I liked about it though.
Aren't the Noitamina anime normally 11 episodes? I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, this will probably be 11 or 12. It depends on how they do it. It says 12 currently, but
Yeah.
it might be 12. It might be 11. It tends to be 11 because of how they schedule it. But if they plan for 12, they plan for 12. But this obviously fails, and we can. Move
Yeah, I'm not a
on
fan of-
from the
Yeah,
mystery
did
list.
not like it.
I did like the character models somewhat. Like I can't explain why. I just did. Maybe it's because they don't look all the same. What's that?
It's
I was
Madhouse.
kind
They
of-
make good character designs.
I was kind of getting into the whole socialite drama behind the scenes and all that. I'm kind of into that. The
Yeah,
You're in it for the tea, and I'm just not interested. It's interesting.
All right, let's move on.
But not me. So, yeah.
I'm too old for this shit. Opie, I think I'm getting too old for this stuff.
I'm too old for this shit.
I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old for this shit.
Will you follow me again?
I'm getting too old for this shit.
All right. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. I feel like I have a drop. Nope. Can't find it. Moving on. To Be Hero X, the highest rated anime of the entire season. Who would like to take To Be Hero X?
I'll take it. Because this was actually Raggedy's pick, but I also had it on my impressions list, just not as high up. So yes, this is To Be Hero X. Has a bit of, I think it might be a Chinese original, but it has some Japanese staff members on this. It is a show about a world where heroes are created by people's trust, and the hero who has received the most amount of trust is known as X. So on their wrist, they the amount of people who trust this person is showed up on your wrist, and it's like as a database pretty much. And if you have enough trust points, then ordinary people can have superpowers and become superheroes that save the world. But that ever-changing trust value makes the hero's path full of unknowns. So it influences what their powers are. It influences what they do, what they can do, what they can, and basically how they live their lives. And we are introduced to our main character, Lin Ling, and he is a marketing guy. He does commercials for the superheroes, and he actually witnesses the death of one of the top heroes named Nice. He commits suicide, and because he looks so much like Nice, Nice's agency pretty much hires Lin Ling to pretend to be nice. And because people believe him to be nice, he gains his powers. He becomes even more like him. And because his superpowers are basically perfection, he becomes a perfectionist, and he has like an OCD problem almost. And it's just about the lives of him and other superheroes in this world. I think I really liked this show. I thought it was so interesting. As people can see, it's kind of being a commentary on celebrity and what people's belief of celebrities are, and therefore they have to reflect that. I think that the superpowers are really cool and interesting in how it all works. But what do you guys think?
Well, there are three reasons why I'm not overly thrilled with To Be Hero X. The first one is that I don't like superhero stuff almost at all. I like superheroes stuff when they're not overtly superheroes. So, for example, we would all agree that Goku is more or less a superhero, but he is not referred to as such, really, at any point. He's just super strong and does his thing. But when it's a show like a Marvel, and I dislike almost all Marvel. I do like Batman. I do like Spider-Man, but I don't like most of the other DC stuff, and other anime that have superheroes like Samurai Flamenco, and there's been a few others. Generally, across the board, dislike them. I don't like Super Sentai, etc. Also, this is a full CG anime, and it's not CG in the way.
Actually, not full CG. There was 2D animation mixed in.
Well, a little bit, maybe 5%. I think this anime looks more like Frozen than anything. It looks very Disney, which I don't like. And I think that there is an unnecessary but possible debate to be had, because I would say that if Airbender is not anime, this is also not anime, because this is 100% Chinese, run and created. So I'm just not a fan. I don't really like how it looks. I'm not into Disney. I don't like Disney very much. And despite the, insertion of what looks like 2D animation, we're just getting further and further away from the cell animation that I know and love. And I would put this in the same category that I feel about like AI stuff. It's just moving further away from, anime that I grew up with, and that's just something I'm not much of a fan of. It does move great. I'll give it that. But all in all, not a big fan. I think I made it pretty clear on the Discord to some extent, but what do you think, Andrew?
I think I need to be sold on this anime because I don't know if we watched the same first 3 episodes. I don't know if I watched the wrong first 3 episodes. I'm looking at the poster, and Nice is at the bottom of it, and X is in the middle of it, and there's all these characters that are in the opening that have not shown up yet. And I don't know if the first 4 episodes are just this weird prologue that it was existing. I don't know. It looks interesting. I'll give it that. One of the things, how it moves is definitely one of the more interesting things about it. It definitely comes off more Western in terms of how the animation feels, right? I feel like I've seen this in what is it? Well, not personally, but that Marvelous Spider Show or something, whatever it is, the Marvelous Mystery Spider Show, whatever, from one of the it feels like this was a France animation studio that did it. The way the characters kind of move, they don't move like typical anime characters in that particular way. I do find the world is interesting as it exists, but I don't know if it feels I don't see I saw that you in Raggedy and Lady Emery all gave it this really good score, and I'm trying to see where you guys are coming from with
it. Is the highest rated show of the season.
I'm kind of
because I don't understand the hype rating, unfortunately.
I'm with you on that, Andrew. I saw the high scores, and so I was like, oh, okay, so this might be good. And then I started watching it, and first off, I cannot stand the animation style. I cannot watch this. It looks like that Arcane show, and I cannot watch that. I fucking hate it. I hate how it looks. I just don't like it. I thought the characters were kind of flat. I thought that the first episode was Hope, I'm here. Hope, he died. Hope, I'm a hero now. Hope. I was just what the fuck is happening? And it's just not my vibe. It may be other people's. I know a lot of people like the Arcane anime, but to me, this is not anime. To me, it's just superhero gobbledygook, and they're basically TikTok influencers with superpowers.
I thought there might be a debate on the podcast about this show, but ultimately, I don't really think it's worth having the debate about, because whether we pass this...
I disagree. We're having a debate. I have been listening to you guys railroad this show, and I have to say, you're wrong, because I think it looks good. I think the 2D animation looks good. I like how it goes back and forth. I think the colors are fun. I think I really like this world, how it works, the system. Overall, I'm having a great time with the show. One of my favorites of the season so far. And I have to say, I write my name down for the pass. And I think if we don't pass it, then we can just throw the whole spreadsheet that we have with all the scores on it out the window. Because it has the same average score as Gundam GQuuuuuuX, or whatever that's freaking called. So
well, the reason why I said that is because it'll get listener choice picked no matter what. There's no doubt about it. So,
but for the record, I feel like we need to pass it.
I can't put my name on it as a pass. I think maybe a different slot of people should have reviewed it, because this is just, like I said, I have been told by multiple people to watch that Arcane show. I cannot watch it. I hate how it looks. I hate how this looks.
Not to get into it, but I really can't help it if people that want to watch the show and pick the show don't make the episodes. So, and that's just all there is to it. You know, I can't.
You know what?
Yeah.
We don't use this feature enough. Well, it's to get an idea of what
just to keep track of what people like, but
it does help. But I'll put it this I'll put it this way, because not everybody has to watch all the shows as well. But you know what? We don't use this feature enough. I'm going to say that I'm going to make assumptions. Mitz and Pancake, you're going to fail.
Well, I also
Caroline's going to pass. I say we just leave it up to the listeners in Twitch. Isn't that what it comes down to at the end of the day?
I tried.
So.
I tried. We only got one input, and they said fail. So I tried to get more input.
Is there a poll functionality in Twitch?
I'm not really sure. I didn't say this, but the other reason why I'm not big on this show is because I have made it a point in my life to be as little involved in social media as I possibly can. And when the whole crux of the show about like their powers is all about how many clicks and likes they can get and let's fake someone's death so they can get more likes, I just don't care. Like, I don't like social media. I think it's pathetic that people spend their whole life trying to get likes and clicks, and I just don't follow that as a main plot point and just in general. If there's a poll function, I'd love to use it, but I just don't know. I guess I can probably make a poll and then paste the link to it quickly. I can. So I will make a poll, and I will post it on the Twitch while we talk about the final anime, but you're going to have to give me a minute to do that because I can't pull that off while I'm talking. So give me...
Or even better, you can do it in... I think you can make a poll in Discord.
Yeah, do it in Discord general and add everybody.
I don't know if I know how to do that.
Do it.
I don't know how to do it.
Go to Discord. Go to general.
Yeah, go to Discord. So while Pancake, while you help Mitz figure that out, I will start us off on the last anime of the season, which is going to be an Insta Pass from everybody here. It is one of the best shows, I think, to come out of this current season, and I think you all are going to love to talk about this. And that show is obviously not The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows, because the show was just mid as AF. It was definitely not the show. So yeah, The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows follows an unlicensed healer and his basically misadventures in the slums of a unknown city, where he gets into mishaps with all the girls who tend to have actually some pretty powerful positions in this, who are all different gang leaders, and his little live-in former slave who loves him now, and his, what was she? Not an Esper. What was she called? She was like a Wraith or something who lives on the second floor. I watched 2 episodes of this. It is a very mid show. Like, it's not good. It's not bad. It's very meh. And I think you only watched 1 episode, if you said, Caroline?
Oh, yeah, that's all I needed. Okay, so it opens up with the worst way to start a show, and that be to have 2 seconds with your main character and spend all of it on contextless harem girls. So all of these girls that are somewhat like in love with this guy for reasons we don't know yet, they show up, they're like, let's have dinner. It's so nice to have dinner with everyone. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna eat all the food before we actually have dinner. Oh no, there's no more food left. Whose fault is it? I just wanted to have dinner all together. I cannot, the doctor isn't back yet. We have to make dinner before Xenos comes back, and la 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 la. That is the first half of this episode, and it's just so boring and annoying and just stupid stuff. And then you finally get to the main character in the second half, who's just as boring as that first half, because he is the bland, personality-less, black-haired, OP main character with a bunch of girls that love him for some reason, and he gets a slave. That's the second half.
Well, you'll find out in episode 2 why all the girls love him, to be fair.
I don't care. Yeah. I only needed 1 episode to know this show was dog shit.
Well, I would not go that far. There are definitely way worse shows than this. I think it is very average in terms of those kinds of shows. But yeah, no, it's the kind of show that I think in the second episode he regrows someone's arm from scratch, which is kind of crazy. But it's one of those shows where, like, yeah, the main character is overpowered, doesn't realize he's overpowered. The system that in the world that exists is really stupid, and it's just going to be a lot of episodes of these girls basically fawning over him for him being overpowered and not realizing, and their and his like lack of closeness to them, and that's why all the women fall for that distant daddy feeling that he gives off. So yeah, but I don't think the show is ever going to pass. It was. I don't even know how it even made it onto the. Wait, who's?
It was a backup or something. You said.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
Okay. I don't even know how this show made it onto the list. I don't like it. It is kind of crazy. I guess when you watch as many shows as we do, some things will just get on there. But yeah, I think there are definitely worse shows than this. But yeah.
No, it's getting Black Summoner. I think if I were to watch the show in full, it would be as low as that for me.
Well, I don't think I've watched that, but I think it's
You don't
pretty.
have to.
I think
just
it's
dumb.
pretty okay.
It's like more of the same dumb stuff that we get every season. Nothing new, nothing interesting. OP, black-haired main character with a bunch of girls that love him for some reason. Including a child that wants to marry him.
Kill it off.
Yep, basically.
Did you fail it?
So
I didn't even watch this. I forgot.
I think we are failing it. I mean, yeah, you guys didn't need to.
You're
Honestly,
definitely
you guys
failing
would
it.
have failed this instantly. It definitely would have failed instantly.
I thought we killed it at the beginning of the show. All right, I'll play the drop.
Yeah, but we had to give the audience a little bit something to go off of, you know.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
So, To Be Hero X is 75-25 in favor of pass in the Discord, which was perfectly obvious because it had an 88.5 on Mal. But I will say, this is never happening again. People need to make the episodes that they want to pass shows on. Otherwise, there's no point in any of us showing up to do this. It would just be off based on what the document says. So this is 100% never happening again. If the people on the show want to fail a show, it needs to go to listener choice, and the spreadsheet be damned. So the spreadsheet is just a guidepost. So, but we will pass To Be Hero X, and along with Gundam GQ. I mean, it was perfectly obvious. I mean, it was going to get listener choice probably 70% right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
But good
you
job.
Know what? Let's
fight for your beliefs, Caroline. What?
You guys pick good shows for us. If you pick another show like insert show here, I'll be very sad. All right.
Well, I think they're going to pick. I think they're going to pick Takamine.
Yeah,
they're going to pick Takamine-san because they've been talking about it for 2 months.
Oh God.
And they'll do it as a troll, which is mostly what the listener choice has been. And
then I'll end up on that episode just because I'm very lucky.
Well, I'll watch it with you. So
yeah, I'm
we
definitely
can hold
getting
hands
for
through
that
it.
episode.
All right, so it's not that bad. It's the we don't have to be on. We don't have to review shows we don't want to review. So Caroline and Raggedy and Emery can review To Be Hero X, and Mason and I and Andrew and I and somebody else will probably end up reviewing Gundam. So that was the whole point.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm not on the Gundam episode, y'all have fucked.
No, that will make that happen. It would be like having a Dragon Ball episode without Mitsugi.
I feel like we tried that once.
Well, I don't even want to watch the Dragon Ball Daima. It's so. Ugh. I know it's
Lucky
coming.
for you. Wait, is that on the list? Oh. Anyway, we should wrap this up.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. So, thanks, guys. Thank you for listening. This was a great episode. I really enjoyed this. I'm happy to be back. Sorry I was gone for so long, but shit happens, and work happens, but work is also shit. So, but hey, if you wanna follow the podcast, YouTube is probably where we're trying to focus right now. Chitin's trying to get the YouTube going. You can watch us live on YouTube, of course. Twitter, Facebook, Discord at AAADiscord.com will get you to the Discord right away. It's free. Not every podcast offers free Discords. Sometimes these Discords are, believe it or not, paid, but ours is not. So I hope you enjoy. We, I think, are doing an after party, so we'll do that for you as well.
Are we?
I think so. Okay. Toodles. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.